Hello and welcome to A Tinge of Ginge. Now today I'm going to be doing quite a quick video on some of my snakes that I've got. I've recently posted a picture on my Instagram of my Morph Market and some of the snakes that I have for sale, and someone commented saying that I might have hurricane in one of my snakes. Now when I originally purchased a lot of the snakes, they were sold to me as what they were said they were. I didn't know there was any hurricane in it, and I'm still not 100%. I've reached out to a couple of people to get their advice, but I just wanted to put a video out just to see what everybody else thought. So what I'm going to do is I'll start off showing you the pairing that it was in the beginning, so the male and the female, and then I'll show you some of the babies, and then hopefully you can actually work out for yourselves if there is any hurricane in the project. I'm 50-50, I think there is, but I don't think there is. I'm not too confident when looking at the hurricane gene, so I'm not too sure myself. So hopefully if someone watches this and they've got any experience with the hurricane and they can see hurricane in the actual snakes, then it'd be brilliant if you could either comment or just send me a direct message. So we'll get in showing the snakes, and then hopefully we can work out what this actually is. Okay, so this is my male GHI. You can see he's quite dark for a GHI. It's one of the reasons why I actually picked him when I saw him. Looking at the pattern, I don't think there's anything particularly crazy about the pattern. I wouldn't say he's got like a hurricane pattern to him. Yeah, he just looks fairly normal to me. I think he's about to go and shed. His eyes are a little bit cloudy, so he probably is going to shed within the next week or so. But so yeah, this is my male GHI. He's not the friendliest of snakes. He can be a bit nippy at times. But yeah, this is him. Maybe it's the hurricane in him that is making him dark. If he does have hurricane, I'm not entirely sure. I know when I've looked at some videos of hurricane, you look for sort of those bodybuilder poses as such. I don't know if this sort of counts towards it, because I know they're normally broken at the top. He doesn't really have any of that. Yeah, so this is my male GHI. Let me quickly show you the female that I've got. So this is my female Mojave. I think I've shown in one of my previous videos. This is what that GHI was bred to last year. And yeah, and again, I don't think there's anything particularly special going on about her. I think she is just a standard Mojave. Yeah, nothing too exciting. When I bought this girl, the guy did say that he thought she had something else in her because she threw really weird babies, but from what I've hatched, they've all been fairly normal looking, to be honest. I've not seen any inconsistencies or anything like that, anything that might suggest another gene at play. She's a really nice animal, really clean looking. I really love the Mojave gene, that's why I've got quite a few of these in my collection. But yeah, this is the female. Don't think there's any hurricane in this. I think these would be a lot more erratic, and that the pattern would be a lot more different. So yeah, this is my female Mojave I've got. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out, get some of the babies, and I'll actually show you the one that the guy commented on saying it could have hurricane in. So the first one I want to show you is what I believe is just a normal GHI. Now I've shown these on my Instagram before. This one looks very similar to the dad. You can see it's extremely dark. The pattern on it is extremely vibrant, very bright. And if you look at the side patterns, this is where I was sort of 50-50, because it does sort of have those broken alien heads on the top there. You can see they're split. You've got like that bodybuilder pose there that you can see. But she's very similar to the dad. So she could have hurricane, but if the dad has it. But for me, looking at other pictures of GHI, I believe she is just a normal GHI. I mean, she's extremely dark, which is what I liked anyway. She does take after her father, who's extremely dark. So yeah, this is just one of the normal GHIs I believe I have. So now let me show you the GHI in question that was on my Instagram that someone believed could have hurricane, and you'll see a big difference. Now I don't think there's any other genes at play as such, but if I put them next to each other, if you do follow me on Instagram, you've seen my Instagram post, you will see these two, and you can see the difference in them both. You can see they're still very dark, but the colour on this one is extremely light. And if I just turn it sideways, if you look at that pattern on the side, a lot of those alien heads, there's a lot more of them that are broken up, and this is the one that the guy said that could possibly have hurricane in. Now I've spoken to a couple of people. They said there is a possibility it's there. The only way to prove that is obviously to breed it. But this is actually I believe this is a female, and I think she's, yeah, this is the female, and yeah, she is up for sale. But if she does turn out to have Hurricane in her, then I will be keeping her. Obviously I don't work with a Hurricane gene, but it'd be really interesting to get that actually worked into some more of my projects. So yeah, this is sort of what I'm dealing with, and I'm just not entirely sure what's going on, to be honest. Like I said, I don't work with a Hurricane gene. I've only seen a few pictures of animals with it, so I don't really know what I'm looking for. So that's why I thought I'd post this picture, just to try and get some help from everyone, just to see if anybody who works with it will know what's going on. So that's these two. Yeah, quite interesting. Like I said, this one here on the right is up for sale. If anyone does inquire to buy, I might just say that she is on hold for a minute, or I might just take her off, because I do want to try and find out what she is. This girl here is staying with me anyway. I do already have a GHI cinnamon female, but I want to get into some more GHI genes and try and make some super GHI, so this girl's definitely staying. You can see she's an absolute beast. These are both born at the same time, different clutches, but about 2 weeks apart, but you can see this girl's just huge. So what I'll do is now I'm going to show you some of the GHI Mojaves that I've got, and hopefully you can tell me if there's anything in them as well. So these are my GHI Mojaves. I have shown these before as well. I've got to be careful because the guy on the left here, he's quite snappy, so I want to try and stay away from his head if I can. She probably might have a pop at me as well. But looking at these two as well, I believe they are, oh please don't bite me, I believe they are just GHI Mojaves. This one on the left, someone said could have possible Hurricane in. If I show you this one on the right, if I show you, this is a female I have. If I show you the pattern, I don't know if it is going to come on camera because of the glare, but you can kind of see the alien heads, and even though it's not coming out on the camera, they are connected at the top. They make a full pattern. You can just about see it. Whereas if I show you the guy, it's a lot more pronounced on him. You can see they're broken at the top. And this is another one that someone said could possibly have Hurricane. So this could be a GHI Mojave Hurricane. You can see there really clearly, if that camera wants to focus. You can see there that they are broken quite a lot, and that's that sort of bodybuilder pose. Whether I'm sort of thinking too much into it, I know you can't really tell a great lot from pictures or videos. It's always better to see the animal in person, like I've said. I don't know, be interesting to see what people think, because if I do have Hurricane in my collection, then I'll be over the moon with that. It was something I was possibly looking to get into in the future, but it's just one of those things where you have so many projects going on, it's just hard to keep up. So these are the two GHIs, Mojaves. You can see the difference in them. You can see this one's quite dark and it's not got a lot of pattern on the sides, whereas this one, you can see the yellows are much more vibrant. He's got a lot more pattern on the sides, and whether that's the Hurricane doing that, if he has Hurricane, I'm not sure, but it'd be really interesting to see what you all think. I just want to show you one more that I've got, which is another possible one, just because it looks a little bit different from other snakes, so let me quickly get that out. Okay, so this is the last one I want to show. I think I've shown this one before as well. Now this is just a straight Mojave. She was part of the same clutches that the other snakes were, and I don't know what it is, but she just seems too bright for a Mojave. I've hatched a Mojave out before, and it wasn't as bright as this, and the pattern on her, these alien heads, they seem to be a little bit smaller, a little bit tighter, and a little bit more pronounced than what a normal Mojave is. Again, I don't know what the Hurricane Mojaves would look like, but this girl's definitely a lot different to some of the Mojaves I have hatched, and she looks different to the parents as well, the parent Mojave. I have two female Mojave adults, and she just looks completely different to both of them, so I'm not entirely sure what is going on with her either. I mean, this girl is actually sold. I did sell her as just a straight Mojave. I can't do anything about it now because she is sold, so I'm hoping that she doesn't have hurricane in her, because otherwise that could be quite an expensive mistake. But if she has, then that's just the way it is. But yeah, this is another one I'm not 100% sure about, but she's just super bright, really clean belly. And yeah, I don't know if that again is the hurricane lightening her up, or whether she's just a really nice example of a Mojave. I really don't know. So yeah, they're the ones that I just wanted to quickly show. Okay, so they're the snakes I wanted to show you. I hope I've shown them well enough that you can have a good look at them. I mean, if anyone wants to have any other pictures of them, to have a closer look, and for me to take a picture of a certain part of the snake, then feel free to send me a message and I'll get some pictures over to you. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to the hurricane gene. I don't know what I'm looking for. A few people have reached out to me and they've said that they're sort of on the fence as well, so it'd be amazing if some of you could send me some messages, leave me some comments, let me know what I'm working with, and if I haven't made a mistake with selling that Mojave as a straight Mojave rather than a hurricane Mojave. But apart from that, they might just be really nice examples of GHI's Mojaves and GHI Mojaves, I don't know. The dad and the mum are absolutely amazing. They look really clean and crispy as adults. Whether that's coming through into the babies and just making them look like a little bit extra special, I'm not entirely sure. So leave me some comments. Make sure you head over to my Instagram, because I do have some more pictures of these guys over there, so you can have a little bit of a better look then. Follow my Instagram, because that'll help me out. Subscribe to the channel as well, so you don't miss these videos coming out. And I'll see you in the next one. Come on, focus please. There you go.